Xiaomi have done it again. This is what the company calls their flagship killer 2.0. That's the K20 Pro anyway. We've also got the Redmi K20. Just how are these phones different? How are they the same? They share a lot of the same design, and really the only things that change are some of the internals. What a really impressive phone this K20 Pro is. Just for the price, 2,500 RMB, you get a list of what you would expect to be flagship specs inside. An AMOLED screen, a good processor, a triple camera. That goes for both of these phones. Somewhere where the phones do differ is the components that they use to make up their triple camera systems. They both feature a main camera, an ultra-wide camera and a zoom camera, but the actual camera units inside are different. The K20 features a Sony IMX582 sensor under its main unit. According to the spec sheet, the ultra-wide and zoom cameras have the same imaging units. The K20 Pro uses a Sony IMX586 as its main camera sensor. These AMOLED screens are really great and completely bezel-less, no notches at the top there. They are the same on both of these phones. Even in very harsh sunlight, which trust me it was, the visibility on these panels is really great. I'm a big fan of the size and just the way that the screens look on the K20 and the K20 Pro. But anyway, have a look and judge for yourself.
我很开心，我终于要开箱这个手机，每一面就是动人曲线，所以这个1+7 Pro 有一个曲线屏，1+7没有，但是这个手机有。没错，这个手机的屏幕是一个很好的特点。先看一下盒子里面有什么东西，然后看手机。在国外，我们以前
They both feature under-screen fingerprint sensors, which in my testing were more or less the same speed. Very accurate, very quick. Just testing them side by side, it's very difficult to know which one is quicker because I can't be absolutely certain that I'm pressing them both at the same time. There's a lot of human error in this, but just look at them side by side. They are both very quick and unlock the phone with no issues whatsoever. To my ear, there's absolutely no difference in audio between them. You've got a mono speaker on the bottom right. 18 watt fast charging on the K20, 27 watt charging on the K20 Pro. But be aware that the in-box charger that you get is only an 18 watt charger. That was what my unit had. It might differ once it gets outside of China though. The biggest difference I can see between these two phones is the chipset used. The 855 in the K20 Pro, the 730 in the K20. Two very capable chips. I'm just opening apps side by side just to see if there's any difference in loading times. This isn't going to really affect you in daily usage, but it's interesting to see just how quick the 855 is compared to the 730. And yes, it does load apps quicker, but then again, that's not surprising. If it didn't, I'd be a little bit disappointed with all the money I've spent over the years on the latest flagship chips from Snapdragon. Pretty much every app that I opened concurrently did load quicker on the K20 Pro, but obviously that's to be expected. I'll quickly fast forward through the loading screen as you don't want to see that, but literally every app that I opened on these phones together loaded anywhere from 1 second if it was a web-based app to maybe 10 seconds quicker if it was a game on the K20 Pro. The more demanding the game or the application, the bigger the difference in time was. Now I'm going to test the RAM on these. I'm going to go back through those apps that I've just opened and see how many are still in memory and how many need reloading. This one needs reloading on both. Interestingly, both of these phones have 6 GB of RAM, So they should really have the same amount of apps that need reopening. Subway Surfers is still in memory on both of these phones. That's a big positive for the K20, keeping up with the K20 Pro. Bilibili, which is a web-based app, that is still in memory. And we'll go to Weibo, which is the first app that I opened, and that is still in memory on both phones. Both phones had the same performance with RAM management, to be expected considering they have the same amount of RAM. Before we get to some gameplay to check any differences there, just have a look at the Antutu scores. Obviously the 855 is going to beat the 730. That's a pretty big difference there, but nothing to be shocked about. Snapdragon 855 is the latest chip. What is the Geekbench between these two? How big is the difference? Fast forward through the test, and actually the single core scores aren't that different. The difference comes with the multi-core score. It's much better on the Snapdragon 855. Before gaming and PUBG, let's check out the cameras on both of these phones.
I don't wanna be alone, spend too much time by myself. So many things that I still don't know. It's time for me to move on. I want you right here, but you're all across the globe. Never call me back, even though you're on your phone. Wishful thinking gets the best of me, hoping that it's still you and me. Yeah, I thought we'd always shine, just some time off we'd be fine. Guess that I was wrong this time. When I think about it now, I know that I do not wanna give you more of my life. I do not wanna give you more of my life. You're just gonna waste it now, not sure if I'll make it out. I do not wanna give you more of my life. I'm all in with my mind. Will you ever call me back? How am I supposed to go if we never said goodbye? Reading through our convo, trying to find where it went wrong. Baby, I'll be fine if you text me one last time. Wishful thinking gets the worst of me.
On both phones, these settings were turned up to the maximum before gameplay. So there you have it, two incredible phones, and the difference is very, very small. And so is the price. There's only a 5,000 RMB difference between these, 2,000 versus 2,500. And really what you're paying for is the improved chip and also the improved main camera unit that you get in the K20 Pro over the K20.